Um, so guys, although I have given the explanation, in the written format, but I'm just putting up a video also on the same for people who did not understand, right? So I'm sure you have read the case well, right? And most of you have also solved it. Now this was one important point, that no other paper was written during the conference. So there were only two papers that is written, one on the third day and the other on the fifth day, right? And I hope all of you are clear that if there's a mathematician in a group whose ADOS number is least. So let's say we have A, B, C, D, E, F. I'm just assuming this factor as of now, right? Let's say the ADOS number of E is least. Let's just consider this, and that is 2. And now let's say if A and E write, among all of them, E has a least ADOS number of 2, and let's say A and E co-authorship a paper. So what will happen to the ADOS number of A? It becomes 2 plus 1, right? So that's what is given out here. So if you read this point well, it clearly says that suppose that there is a mathematician X who has co-authored papers with several other mathematicians. From among them, a mathematician Y has the smallest ADOS number. Let the ADOS number of this guy Y be a small y. Then if X co-authors a paper with Y, then his ADOS number will become Y plus 1, right? So hence any mathematician with no co-authorship chain connected to ADOS has an ADOS number of infinity. So let's say now ADOS number of A is 3. Let's say B has no connection with the chain initially. So now B comes and writes co-authors a paper with A. So what will be the ADOS number of B? It will become 3 plus 1, 4, and so on. That is how it will move on, right? So now when we look at the beginning, if you see, there was only this guy A who had an infinite ADOS number, right? So by infinity, don't consider literal infinity. It can just be a number that is very big. How big that number is, we cannot say, right? So it's like, if we have 6 people, 6 businessmen, let's say, and 5 businessmen, let's say, we have a normal businessman whose annual sales, let's say, is in the figure 5 to 6 lakhs or 7 to 8 lakhs, right? So out of 6, 5 लोग ऐसे हैं जिनके turnovers 7 lakhs, 8 lakhs के हैं, right? And then the 6% is, let's say, the Ambani, right? So with respect to these guys, the 5 guys, Ambani का जो sales होगा, it will be considered as infinite. It will be a very huge number considerably. So that is what we understand by saying infinity, right? So आप ऐसा सोचो इसको कि A, now we are coming down to the case, just forget all this. We talk about A, B, C, D, E, F and G, right? And H. There are 8 people, not 7. So now if you look at this guy has an infinite, right? Which I said a very big number. Now it says at the end, and F का least है, तो let's consider that as Y. Third day पे, at the end of third day, F writes a paper with A and C, right? So if this guy's ADOS number is Y, ADOS number of A will become Y plus 1, of C will also become Y plus 1. And it also says that the ADOS numbers of B, D, E, G, H remain unchanged. So basically बाकी लोग के ADOS number में कोई changes आए नहीं है, right? And because of this point, if you look at this, further no co-authorship among any 3 members would have reduced the ADOS number to the group of A to as low as 3. That means what? A is the maximum possible because it has, the average has fallen down by maximum. It only means that because it has become minimum, how much it has become is 3, right? So basically the idea is the reduction is maximum out here. When is the reduction maximum? Obviously A has an ADOS number of infinity initially. It also means that C must have had an ADOS number of something which is greater than Y plus 1. Why something greater than y plus 1? Because it should be the second largest number, right? Only if it has a second largest number, then only the maximum fall is possible. Otherwise the maximum fall is not possible, right? Let's say somebody else has a y plus 2 and C also had a y plus 2, then whether I have written a paper with C or I have written with the paper with H, how does it matter in that case? So that only means that C kept ADOS number initially, what it happened, it should have been something that is second maximum in number. Only then this statement is possible, right? So at the end of third day, if you look at this, F, obviously because he's the minimum, his ADOS number is Y. A and C, the ADOS number becomes y plus 1, y plus 1. Initially there was something else, right? This was second max, I'll write out here, right? And the ADOS number of remaining 5 people do not change, right? Obviously the ADOS number of F has also not changed. Initially also it was Y, right? Now if you look at the fifth day, there is some more point that is given, we'll consider that, right? Now if you look on the fifth day, and on the fourth day, if you see, there's no other paper written. We have already discussed that only the changes have happened on third day and the fifth day. So fifth day it says E co-authored a paper with F. So F writes a paper with E, right? So here the F's ADOS number is Y, so this becomes Y plus 1. Now because of this, what actually happened? Initially the average, if you see, was 3. This was at the end of third day. Once A and C had written the paper, the average was 3. So the total must have been what? 24. Now the average, it reduces by 0.5. So now the average becomes 2.5. So the total now becomes what? 20. Right? On the fifth day also, if you see, it says the ADOS number of remaining 6 were unchanged. So remaining 6, it is apart from F and E. If I talk about the remaining 6 people, this 6 people, there was no change in the ADOS number, right? That means, but still if you see, the total has decreased by 4. Now why is that total decreased by 4? Because there must have been some change in ADOS number of some people. The 6 people, A, B, C, D, G and H, the ADOS numbers have not changed. F's ADOS number cannot change because it is the smallest. So obviously whose ADOS number must have changed is only E's. So E ka ADOS number must have decreased by 4. Initially, it must have been 4 more because the total has decreased by 4. Therefore, the ADOS number of E also must have decreased by 4. So initially, that is before the fifth day or at the starting of the fifth day, E's ADOS number must be 4 more than this, right? So it should have been a Y plus 5. So if you actually look at third day now, ADOS number of F is Y, of A, this is at the end of third day. End of third day. F is Y, A is Y plus 1, C is also Y plus 1, and the ADOS number of remaining people have not changed, right? So among that I can say E's ADOS number must have been Y plus 5. E's ADOS number must have been Y plus 5, right? So we are left with more 4 people. It is B, D, F and G. We do not know the ADOS number of these people, right? But obviously, as we said, we are able to determine the ADOS number of A, C, D and E at the end of the third day. That is what we can figure out, right? Now, it was given out here that at the end of the third day, 5 members of this group had identical ADOS numbers. So now if you look at this is at the end of third day, the data, 5 members have identical numbers, right? So out of that, if you see, 2 of them already have Y plus 1. It only means that 3 more people would have had Y plus 1. So there would have been 5 people who would have had an ADOS number of Y plus 1. There's one guy who has Y. There's one guy who has Y plus 5. Right? And so that becomes 7. One more guy, we have no idea, no clue given. So we call that as Z. Right? And if we add the ADOS number of all these 7 people, we get how much? 24. That is given in that question itself. So we have a 7Y, right, plus Z, which happens to be, if you just check out, 10 subtracted 14. Now, because only ADOS has an ADOS number of 0, so Y and Z cannot be 0, right? So Y has to be 1, Z has to be 7. So that is where we get the value, right, of y and z. So now if you look at the questions, it says how many participants in the conference did not change the ADOS number during the conference. So basically the ADOS number only changed of how many people. And now also if you see, you will understand one more point before I discuss this question, that at the end of the third day, or at the starting of the third day also, E's ADOS number must have been y plus 5. So basically C's ADOS number has to be, initially it must have been greater than y plus 5. Only then maximum decrease would have been possible. Reduction would have been maximum to get as low as 3 in the average, right? So obviously the ADOS number of A has changed, C has changed, as well as E has changed at the end of the conference. Sort of only 3 of them have changed. So how many did not change the ADOS number is 5, right? Largest ADOS number at the end of the conference. So if you see, E's ADOS number has become from y plus 5 to y plus 1. So at the end of the conference, what will happen? There are already at the end, this is at the end of third day, 5 people have y plus 1. On the fifth day, at the end, what will happen? This guy who has an ADOS number of y plus 5 will also change into y plus 1. So there will be 6 people with y plus 1, 1 guy with y, and 1 guy with z, right? And the highest value will be what? Of z, which will happen to be how much? 7. So the answer is 7B. Then if you look at this, how many participants had the same ADOS number at the beginning of the conference? Now most of you answered this as cannot be determined, but if you now understand how many had the same ADOS number at the beginning of the conference. So it says at the end of the third day, 5 members of the group had identical ADOS numbers. So when third day had got over, 5 had identical. Out of the 2 people's ADOS number have changed and become y plus 1, right? So we know 5 people have identical, but 2 have changed and become y plus 1. That means the remaining 3 must have identical ADOS numbers since the beginning itself. So the answer is 3, right? The ADOS number of C at the end of the conference, C's ADOS number at the end of the conference remains to be y plus 1. So the answer will be 2. And ADOS number of E at the beginning of the conference. So at the beginning of the conference, we discussed that earlier E's ADOS number is a y plus 5. It only changes at the end of 5th day. So y plus 5 is 6. So the answer out here is 6. So I hope you understood this, right? You actually had to understand the entire framing of the question out here, right? It was a little tricky, and what was really important out here is how much patience you could have kept on reading the entire set and kept interpreting it. So you never know when CAT would ask the same kind of question. I'm not saying the exactly same. I mean, what I mean to say is always a case-based kind of question. So happy solving, keep doing a lot of questions, and try and answer every day's DI on the same day itself. Then you'll get the maximum benefit of it. Good luck.